You know, I read somewhere that to get more comfortable talking in front of the camera, you just got to do it and get your reps in. Well, so here we go. We'll do it. I think there's a bird dying over there. Or it doesn't like me being here. Is it going to dive bomb me? Oh, shit. I had this grand idea that I was going to come out here, film this with a tripod, and I was going to be able to not hold the camera, but that's not working. So we'll just film it like this. What did I want to talk about today? So today I wanted to touch on going back into the real world after a trip, after an inspirational vacation, an inspirational adventure, something that you've wanted to do for a while, and you're finally, you're coming off that high of vacation. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I head back into my day job tomorrow. Literally on my phone. I just got my check-in for Delta to head to Vegas tomorrow for my next job. And I'm not gonna lie, when that notification popped in, it was like a sinking feeling almost in my chest. Been off for 40 something days now, which is, it's a blessing. I am well aware that I have an interesting lifestyle that not many people have or get to experience. So I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, but yeah, it still gets to you when, I have a lot of things in my mind that I want to get done right now that are focused on photography and arts and videos and all these other ideas that I want to do. And it's hard to be able to do that when you go back to your real world, the day job. But you have to make money somehow. Yeah, so coming off of the high of a vacation or a creative trip that you've focused on or wanted to do for a while, and you finally did it, it went well, you're inspired, and now you have to come back to the real world. How do you deal with that? How do you deal with that going into, your 9 to 5 or whatever your situation is? Well, one way, just checking the actual footage. I lifted up my clear glasses like they were sunglasses. What? Okay. One way that I like to deal with it personally is have some goals set already for when you go back to your day job. Have some ideas clearly pathed out and projects that you are focused on that you want to finish. For me, after the last trip, that was my Substack. I had articles lined up for weeks almost that I knew I wanted to write about, and I had a clear vision of what I wanted to do with that platform. And yeah, it helped a lot. It helped a lot to maintain the progress time after time, or week after week. Not the song, time after time. So for me, going into this next chapter of work is these YouTube videos. I have a lot of ideas stacked up and a lot of things that I want to film. And yeah, I think that that'll help maintain the progress. The challenge comes from when you get so wrapped up in the day job and you don't have any kind of break clearly pathed out or in line, and you run out of ideas. And that is something that happened with my Substack. everything lined up. Everything was going well. I was gaining subscribers. I was reaching an audience. I was talking to people. I was connecting with them on a deeper level than just a back and forth on a comment section. And my job got in the way. Or another way to look at it is I kind of dropped the ball and I lost my focus. And I thought, okay, well, it's the job's fault. You need a trip. You need a vacation to lock yourself down creatively. And while that may be true, the problem with that is not everybody has that luxury. And consistency in this world of content creation or reaching an audience or whatever is key. So if you don't focus on it, if you don't keep up with the tasks or, those late night ideas that come, wake up, write them down. Don't let them go. Ideas have an expiration date. Thoughts have an expiration date. If you've read Rick Rubin's creative book, you know this. They have an expiration date, so write them down, focus on them, keep a compiled list, and keep going. I didn't do that with my Substack. And, I have drafts right now. I have a lot of drafts that I'm working on, but I lost focus, and I lost the vision for what I wanted it to be. And that's on me. It's nobody else's fault. So, yeah, keep an ongoing list, and don't give up on it. That's the biggest thing that I can think of for this point. Don't give up on it. It makes it extremely easy to focus and keep going on your projects if you have ideas lined up for the future. Now, those ideas may change. You may, look at those ideas in a couple weeks and think, what the hell was that? No, I don't want that. Okay, back on track. Yeah, so keep a list, keep ideas written down somewhere, and like I said, you may come back to those ideas in a week, 2 weeks, 3 months, whatever, and think, no, not good enough. That's okay. The point is you keep a list of running ideas. It is so important. I cannot emphasize this enough. It is so important. And if you have an opportunity to take a vacation, like I just did personally, that is a place where once you get past, the wind down period and you have time to really focus on your creative craft, the clarity that comes with a trip it's incredible. So it's a good place to write down a bunch of ideas, start new projects, whatever the case may be. So do it. A second point that I think I can make as far as how to keep the creative flow going is if you are a content creator as far as filming, or if you're a photographer, or if you're a artist of any kind, barrier of entry, being able to just do the thing that you want to do. Like for me, that's right now it's filming. So by having this camera at the ready in my bag, always charged, ready to go, I think that is a huge help. So having your tools easily available, easily accessible, big help. And it ties into the ideas thing. Is when you have an idea, maybe you want to, if you're a person that films yourself, maybe you just want to bust out the camera and film yourself. Film yourself talking about the idea rather than writing it down. Sometimes speaking to a camera out loud is better than just jotting things down on a piece of paper. Yeah, I didn't plan on this video to be about tips on how to keep the creative juices flowing after a trip, but I don't think it's a bad thing to tell you some things that I try to do. Nobody's perfect. You're going to fail. Trust me, you're going to fail, but failure is growth, and you will get better. And as long as you keep on the path, that's all that matters. Okay, so we touched on having a list, an ongoing list of ideas and thoughts. We touched on, how do I fix that? We touched on having your equipment, whatever your medium is, accessible, always with you. Don't leave it at home. I've done that before. I've left my camera at home thinking, oh, I just saved some weight. I'm not going to do anything. And then the second I get to the location, all I want is my camera. So stupid. So annoying. Always have your equipment with you, ready, charged. Simple idea, I know. Great. But it's important. It's important to remember. I think the last point that I can make, I've touched on this also in articles that I've written on Substack. I think the last point that I can make is be okay with failure. Be okay with not filming that video. Be okay with not posting that Instagram post. Be okay with not going out and shooting photography or whatever. I can only speak to what I know. You can be okay with it, but also don't let it continue time after time. Man, I love that song apparently. Don't let it continue. You know, maybe don't go shoot one day, but the next day, if you're feeling the same way, you gotta push through. You have to push through. Because if you don't, it's a repeating cycle of you get yourself into a rut and you'll never go out and shoot. You'll never go do the things on your list, and you'll always make excuses. So be okay with it sometimes. Be okay with failure. Be okay with those setbacks, but don't let them define you, and don't let them repeat over and over again. I don't know how well these videos do. I don't know if they resonate with anybody. You know, hopefully you get something out of it. I enjoy doing them because it's more of a therapy session for myself, and hopefully you enjoy them. If you do, or if you like any of the other content on this channel, I know right now it's a bit of a variety show. You know, I posted my POV video of Seattle, which was, dude, that was so much fun. I absolutely love doing that. It's not original. It's not an original idea when it comes to a photography page. I understand that, but it almost feels like it's like a rite of passage for photography pages to do some kind of a POV video. And so that's my take on it for now, at least. We'll keep doing them. I think figuring out what your unfair advantage is in this space is a huge thing. And I'm finding that my unfair advantage really is the fact that I get to travel a lot and I have the opportunity to do these kind of videos in so many different places on someone else's dime almost. After work, of course, after work. So yeah, I plan on doing those a lot more. I have some more ideas. Obviously, I talked in my intro video that we're going to do some kind of print and review style videos. And yeah, so if you like this content, if it resonates with you at all, like, subscribe. Never thought in my life I would say that, but like and subscribe to the page. And let me know what things that you do in your life that help you stay creative and help you keep going as a content creator or as an artist that just doesn't even care about social media, just wants to make art for yourself or your family and your friends. Let me know. Let's have this discussion in the comments. And yeah, thanks for joining. Bye-bye.